You know, the most awkward thing or bit about YouTubing for me is the introduction. I have to record it about 20 times just saying hi everyone. It's just so awkward. Anyway, hello, hope everybody is well. I'm really sorry that I didn't carry on with the intuitive eating steps, but it will resume. I just had a really hectic month and social media and YouTubing had to take a backseat, unfortunately. But I promise I will carry on, just need a bit more time. The reason for the video today is because I thought it'd be useful to give you a bit of an update on how my intuitive eating is going, but also the prompt really was because I realised I'd started to fall back into some old habits before I came that I used to have before I came an intuitive eater. So in terms of wanting to still do intuitive eating, that's very much there. Still very certain I will never diet again. Still on the path towards loving the skin that I'm in, loving my body. That is still all on track. Now, what's happened over the past month is that, well, a couple of things really. It was just a bit of a stressful month. The anniversary of my mum's death is on the 30th of November. She passed away 2 years ago now. And of course it's a really traumatic time for us all. The lead up to that date and a couple of weeks after that date is still quite an emotional time. It's quite a stressful time and anxious feelings start to creep back in. To add to that, Curtis has recently relocated with work, although he'll be back as much as he can, but it's still just a bit of an added stress to an already quite emotional, stressful time. Now, I'm not doing this for a pity party at all. I'm just trying to explain some of my actions of the past month. Before I became an intuitive eater, I was very aware of my anxiety, and it was something that I knew I had to take control of. I started doing yoga, I started meditating a lot. I started being a lot more aware of the present moment, and I read a lot of material in that space, which definitely really helped. It also helped with my transition into intuitive eating because it is all about being in the moment that you're in. So am I hungry right now? Yes I am, I'll eat whilst you're eating your food, you know, thinking about what you're eating. Am I getting full, etc, etc. So you're always very aware, you're making time for yourself, you're slowing down, you're not rushing through everything, etc. Now, unbeknown to me, my anxiety levels started creeping back up, and I actually only realised, not this weekend, gone last weekend, that had happened. And basically, I've been really rushing through my days. I've quite often not been eating till mid-afternoon, and at that point I'll be so hungry that I'll literally just grab chocolate or whatever's just available, can't be bothered cooking. Meals haven't really been wholesome, they've not been that nutritious. I have not really been drinking enough fluids, and it really came to a head last Saturday when I'd been to visit a friend and her baby, and I was rushing about. I then got back, I did the cleaning, I went and did some Christmas shopping, and bear in mind all this time my mind's racing, like I'm going through one thing to another, thinking about what I need to do next. And it got to the evening and I felt really shit, and I was knackered, and I thought, God, what's wrong with me? I realised I'd not eaten a single thing, and it was 10:30 at night. Clearly that is stupid. I'm not condoning that at all. I want to make it clear to you that I didn't do that because I'm having negative thoughts about my body, or, you know, I'm wanting to lose weight. It's nothing like that. It's literally to do with my anxiety coming back and just basically not being aware of it at the time, and I've let it take control and I've let it consume me. And with that, I've not been taking care of myself. I have really neglected my body. I've not been compassionate with myself at all, and my eating and just taking care of myself has just gone completely out of the window. And they are very much old habits that I used to have before I started intuitive eating. I would quite often fast until mid-afternoon just because it suited my my busy lifestyle, even though it's being busy is not the problem, it's not knowing how to slow down, which is the battery died. So Nellie's been asleep. So fasting just used to work because it would just enable me to just pace through my morning and sometimes my afternoon without having to think about food, and it was okay because it fit my diet plan. Whereas now, you know, I realise how crazy that is to go a full day without feeding your body, without giving it the energy it needs to function properly. I want to also mention the exercise side of things. So the past month, if I look back, I've only gone to the gym when I've either been stressed or upset or I've been anxious. And don't get me wrong, I think the gym's brilliant for releasing tension and releasing stress, but at the same time it shouldn't be the only reason you're going to the gym, and it also shouldn't be the only way that you can let go of upset or stress or anxiety. Sometimes you really just have to face these things head on rather than running away from them and always trying to find a cure for them. So looking back, my workouts have been quite often in the evenings, again when I've been a bit upset and I've just gone to kind of shut off from the world. So I'm just, I suppose, a little bit, I don't want to say disappointed because I can't change what's happened, but I'm just a little bit frustrated that because I got myself into such a good routine with my intuitive eating, with my exercising, you know, I was going to the gym when I really just felt like exercising, I felt like having a good sweat, and it wasn't only to go and relieve tension. Anyway, I suppose the main point I'm trying to get across is the journey of intuitive eating is definitely not an easy journey. It's definitely a journey worthwhile, and I completely believe that it gives you so much relief and happiness, and it enables you to just see life from a different perspective, especially from somebody like me who's dieted for such a long time and has had so many different perceptions of how my body should be. It's just amazing the transformation that I've made mentally in regards to my intuitive eating. But you know, there are still going to be ups and downs, and the biggest aspect of intuitive eating is being compassionate with yourself, being kind to yourself, not beating yourself up. You're going to have, sorry, that's one of the dogs shaking. You're going to have days where, you know, you do look in the mirror and you think, I don't like this about myself, I don't like that about myself, you know, should I go back to dieting? But you can't beat yourself up about having those thoughts. You just have to understand why you're feeling like that, and just give yourself a break. You know, it's okay to have bad days. You know, what's more important is how are you going to rectify it for the next day? How is that going to improve? I can tell you something, the good days or the very good days completely outweigh the 1 or 2 bad days that you have. But I just want you to be fully prepared if you are going to start on this journey. Okay, that is it for today's video. I promise I will be back very, very soon to carry on with the steps of how to become an intuitive eater, and hopefully some of you can give it a shot in the new year.